We are back with Phoenix Wright. We are on day 2, but it's investigation time. Let's go. Back at the office. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Scientifically speaking? Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Yeah, can you read my mind or what? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. I've been playing for like a minute. This is already a marvelous screenshot. Science awaits us. Alright, alright. Oh, we're just here. Welcome to the parking lot. Yeah, the whole garage. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? Oh yeah, that's right. The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Oh. A blood type testing kit. It came with my replica Wakizashi. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Oh, sweet. Now everything's pink and I can't see as well. Huh? You had an extra pair? Oh. You had an extra pair of those things? Oh my god, I actually had to make a filter. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Oh my god, this is awesome. Press the X button to spray it on. I didn't think that this would be interactive. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Just anywhere, huh? Pachoom. Pachoom. I can't slide. Oh, I leave like a residue? Or I guess I got something? Ka-choo. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? Huh. I've never seen one before. It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. What? Can't stand the sight of blood? It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Well, maybe... This is not your first time seeing real blood. Like, bloodstains from a murder. Okay. Alright, fine. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this? Scientifically. The bloodstain's location or the amount of blood? I don't know the amount. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plan until we find a blood stain, okay? Oh, do I just keep looking for more? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy, too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Well, then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light o' day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give us a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! What? Oh, okay. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Yeah. Miss Starr, you only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old's deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. So we're just hanging out there now? This is bizarre. Hello there, Chief Medic. Welcome to the Star Room. So, what do you have? The trial, I guess? You certainly put me in a tight spot today. Oh, my apologies, Miss Starr, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Oh, the death glare. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. Ugh. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? And then Starr herself. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, ka-chong, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? You know, a semi-common colloquial expression. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Or fired? Yeah, I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. Oh, we're bringing that back. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Nope, there's nothing else to talk about. I guess it's over. I guess I'm going to present something. Well... What's this? Parking lot. Oh yeah, didn't they want me to... I don't know if they want me to show that. Yeah, SL9, there we go. I forgot it just says that on it. Oh, right, I keep forgetting I have to go to present for this to work. Okay, SL9, let's go. What do you think about this? If I were to show you this, how would you respond? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. Oh, yeah, both things. Okay. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Oh. Well, this is something where... Ka-cha. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Oh, I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. And then... oh yeah, this is her own photo. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the... oh, she's asking. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the well, your lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Yeah, there we go. We talked a bunch about SL9, and we brought up the current crime so we can bring it back. Hello there, Barry. Welcome to the stream. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To whom? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Oh man, look at this motley crew. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself, and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Oh my goodness. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. Because, you know, in Texas, they'll shoot you for anything less than decisive evidence. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell... There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie... What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Care to be my fourth boyfriend? Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. for Officer Marshall. Okay. Miss Dar? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Huh. Interesting. There's the High Prosecutor's Office, the Police Department entrance. Does this do anything? Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. Yeah, in his own game. Stay tuned, everybody. Hello there, Anti-Stress. Welcome to the stream. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Bye. Back to the parking lot. Is there anything, like... Can I do this? Look! A door! This must mean something. What? I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No! It won't open! A mysterious lock! I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? This is where the cars leave the lot. Oh yeah, that looks more like an entrance. No, it's clearly an exit. Maybe it's both. Ah, the theory of relativity. What? Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? It's freaking gold. Mr. Relativity. Oh, the ladder, step ladder. Freaking gold. The car. The evidence. This rope, is it? Yup, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. That's where we found that note. 221 SL9 and the SL9 incident. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. The detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. I don't think this is going to help us. I dream of the day I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B Block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. Ouch. I'm not planning on giving my job that soon. Detention center. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. I feel like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I mean, we've already seen a real crime scene. It's fine. You guys. Yes, looting must be the detective. You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. That's so dumb. The detectives look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama on action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. I don't know if there's anything to do here. Criminal affairs? Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down to the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department's crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. What? I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. So can I go into the... Nope. That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room. Tell no one outside the police department. Oh, tell no one outside the police department? No! I told that old lady in the restaurant everything! What? Someone's getting a demotion. That's embarrassing. But this isn't helping me at all. Police mascot. The blue badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the dancing blue badger, TM, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show the moving mock-up outside, then you'll give her nightmares. That's amazing. I'm not getting anything from this. Nothing more to talk about, but, like... Am I missing something, or what? So that's where Miss Star saw the incident from. You could probably see quite a lot from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard, anyway? Well, this is just something I heard, but apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star. That woman is a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, okay. Oops, I bumped into the menu. The obstruction. This is the famous divider. Sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider. A chip off the old parking block. Nice. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. The drums. So this is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hi-ya! That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman. That's great. The phone. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See? You can hear just fine. The phone's broken. It's freaking great. Ladder, step ladder. I could slide, but like... I don't know what else there is to check. I thought I was going to do the security booth, but I'm not getting anything from that. Because I could do the prosecutor's office, but this isn't helping me very much. So, let me see. I talked about SL9. I got me some steak. It says head for the security guard office. How the hell do I do that? Edward's car. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yup, pretty red, alright. The body was found in Edward's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car? So, what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Yeah, alright. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Ouch. It's about time I got my driver's license. The legendary fence. It's a visitor's park. So Miss Star climbed over this fence? It seems so, yeah. That's just 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present. I think I'll give it a little try. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe it was a Lunchland Olympics team. Yeah, no, I'm done here. I don't know how you want me to get in the security office. Like, there is nowhere to go from here. I can't access anything. And there's nothing more to talk to Miss Star about. Present the note, then Goodsman's ID, then the crime photo, which I did. Talk to her about SL9, and then Jake to get the steak lunch. I guess I'll investigate my own steak lunch. And Illuminol, because why not? Oh, I could just keep spraying stuff. That's interesting by itself, actually. Oh my god! This blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Yeah, but that's important information. Alright, I'm sure there's more stuff to examine on the other side of the screen. There's all this. What else do we have? I'm kind of surprised there's no blood on the car. When they pointed out how red it was, I thought that was going to be significant. Maybe the... oh, menu. Maybe this is it for now. I can check it too. Luminol regions. Doesn't appear to be anything to check. Oh. Oh! Emma Sky. She put her name on it. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. Just what kind of a world do you think we live in? Never know when you might want to investigate bloodstains. And then the steak lunch. Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steak frying on the grill. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's delicious. I Star poured her heart into making this. As long as you didn't put any other organs in there. That's been checked. Anything else? Oh-ho. Let's see. Ingredients. Meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah. Let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additive she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. Ugh. I think that's all I'm gonna get from this. Was there anything else new to investigate? I think we already did the switchblade stuff with tag. Small tag, SL92, what's that supposed to mean? Don't know, but it's a similar code, DL6. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag, and it wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Oh, maybe now I want to check the note, even though we've already had that conversation? That seems a little backward, but okay. Like, here we are, and oh, and that's just the game hinting at me to check the lunch, I guess. Whatever. Well there, Soul Star. Welcome to the stream. There's nothing more to talk about. And I don't think there's anything more to present either. It's just bothering me. I got the luminol testing fluid, I talked to Angel and everything, I presented stuff to her, and then I got my steak lunch. So why can't I go to the security office? That's the part that's driving me freaking crazy. Police department isn't helping, because I don't think I could go to the evidence room from here. Oh, guard station from here. Okay, maybe that's my problem. Yeah, there we go. Okay, new area. With a full-size cactus in it. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. I don't. It could be anything. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Look, on the floor. A lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. Yeah, probably. But the lasso missed! You sure have an active imagination. The door. Evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. There's a hint, I guess. Nothing on the potted plant, really. Texas! This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. And the cactus itself. Yipes, those sure are these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. Green, full of needles, have a cow-patterned hat on top of them. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction, just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Oh, thanks. Nothing for the hat, really? There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? Yeah, I don't know what that's called. Poncho? Nah, that's not it, is it? Oh, a punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy. I know, a poochie. No, that's not true. He went back to his home planet. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Why? Alright, we're actually done. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... Oh, one steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe? Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh no! I've just done the worst thing in the game. I let down Gumshoe. I'm a friggin' disgrace. This is genuinely terrible. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? A flashback to me. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Oh no, he's gone. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Oh no, he faded into ghosthood again. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Whoa, hey. Okay. I mean, he directly told me what to do. Oh, the lot to back out, I guess. And then the detention center from here. Got it. I am what they call a genius. Perfect. Here we are. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. That was annoying. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. What? Oh no! Conspicuously bandaged left hand. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Yeah. Looking for Edgeworth. He's the guy. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. What? Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins? You didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh, gee golly. Day of the crime. Oh, God. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! Ah! A suspicious person! What the heck is this guy doing? Yeah, and I didn't even press anything that time. He just did that. So, what happened then? And after that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. Wow, black, white, and red all over. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Why is your left hand bandaged? You don't have two right hands, do you? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things... Oh, that's me. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. Oh, I burned myself when cooking. Well, you'd better be more careful that next time. Yeah. The victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! If you want to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim! I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily in the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. Oh, man. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Why does he still have that megaphone? About your hands, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? Huh. That's some story. Wow. That was a lot of yelling. I'm sorry if that infuriated anybody in the chat. But... okay, anything else? Oh, yeah, alright. Let's set this guy up with information. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir, that's it, that's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment! But, sir, now I remember, sir! You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir! Nothing! I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can I just chat? Oh, crime details, I can go back. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. Again. Oh, there we go. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. And Benny's from Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. Remember, Benny, do unto others before they do unto me. What happened then? No, not Benny. But I think it was the actor who played Benny. It was Igor from the greatest movie ever made, Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. Now, Igor, do unto others before they do unto me, master. That's what it was. I was borderline. I was close. It took me a second, but I saved it. Hello there, Rich Toto, and hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. So what happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. For a completely different profession. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. God, that was bizarre. But, good for us. So, let me just move on a little bit here. We got that already. Okay, so yeah, I'm out. Criminal affairs. Boom, boom. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant, oh boy. And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour out the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? What a guy. Alright. Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy! Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, righto? Jeez, that stare. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for It's downright odd, I tell you, the detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. What was it you wanted the chief of detectives to do? But, anything special here? Oh, okay. This is a little tricky, but I could examine the chief again. Ooh, sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Because this guy will spill for anything. Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Huh. Can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. Well, what do you know? I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. So, there's the biggest hint ever. Permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor? Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh god, it makes me so uncomfortable every time he does that long pause. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Sergeant, it is a detective's ID card, but I love that they use the same image. It says Goodman on it. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests. Alright, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Can I, like, look at... No, but that was definitely the same image they used for Goodman, which is kind of funny. So, alright, let's go. I'm assuming I could just go in. Oh, wait, no, not from here. The entrance. Yeah, here's the guard station. Okay. Now we can go. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Yes. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw! Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's a-waiting. Let's lets us in. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. This guy's great. But... guard station? I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. His stomach was growling. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Yeah, so, I mean, it checked it off, but there's our hint, right? Oh yeah, let me just check the lost item report. Bruce Goodman, ID 57 crossed off to be 59, or 59 crossed off to be 57? That's a little weird. And 221. Nah, this is probably written right side up. Alright. You know, I'm curious. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I could just use it here. This is gonna open up a whole new set of stuff for the cases. If I could just check anywhere for blood. But let's give this guy his lunch anyway. He's been waiting for too long. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? So did this guy see on TV that Texas will just shoot you over nothing? Hello there, Wrath Dragon Knight. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. Oh, so that's a message? She has, like, subtle messages via her food? I don't see. I wonder what it means. So I gave it away. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask... anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Hooray! Guard station again. So you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Well, he told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Oh, I was murdering! Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that sneak in next to your steak, you know? Yeah. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right, the evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. So, security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Well, thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Really? All 7s? So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Seen what? Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen the number before. Was it the bottom one that matched Goodman's ID or something? Maybe there's some way I could prove that record is tied to the stabbing. But anyway, transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, so now we've gotten all that information, but I'm assuming the number that Emma saw was Goodman's number, because it's the only thing we have. 584, I guess that was the one. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 584-2189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again? Oh, it was the second from the bottom. Alright. Wait a second. 4989596. That's here both before and after Goodman's thing. That's a little weird. You can't see it at the bottom, but I caught it for a second. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Alright. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Oh ho. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that weird? Like 450, and then Bruce Goodman, and then it immediately comes right back in. That's kind of bothering me a little bit. But, alright. Okay. I can actually do the evidence room now. Ooh, look at this place. Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over there. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Alright. Hey, it's our best friend. Eek! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, was it true what I heard? Yeah, do I look like a selfish man? He lets us in. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant, We'll loan anyone 50 bucks. Even me? Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. Yeah, that's useful, alright. Hello there, Neon Wave. Welcome to the stream. Anyway... anything... Yeah. Talking, of course. Boss for a day, baby. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? Oh no. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. Now I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Edgeworth? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence lockers. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. It sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. So, Lana's right hand is bandaged. I don't... right hand. Oh, you mean your fingerprints? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny. They look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles. On the other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, zap! You get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. And in any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Oh. That's gonna come up in court, I bet. Someone's gonna swear up and down that the lockers work a certain way and they actually don't. So that's pretty interesting. Detective Goodman's note. Oh, Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay, well, we got that. More talking. Now, that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife, the victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? That raises some questions. Oh, I could slide. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. Oh. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. No, I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? Well, if you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Ouch. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Anything else? Yeah, I can. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Yeah, this is the nostalgia thing, the fishing pole, the metal detector. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Looks like an electronic dowsing rod. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. When they say I'm sure this will help in a case sooner or later, I wonder if that means I'm gonna use that in like the next game or something, because this particular case was made later. Let me see something, by the way, just morbid curiosity. Oh yeah, I can look at evidence locker too. And we're done. I can look at evidence floor room plans. And we're done. But... Oh, there we go. I knew it. Oh! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. It looks like a left hand, too. Assuming that's the... Well, is that the thumb on the right? I think it is, and if it is, then that could be the left hand. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. And I can always slide to the right. Do I have this on the floor plans now? I do, actually. It's pretty great. Alright, more stuff to look at. Oh, and here's a more obvious print, and this is the right hand. Okay. What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright? What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Okay, well, sorry. We should use your testing fluid. Great. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. And that's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. May as well look at it. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. There's literally 5 pieces. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Am I actually going to do it? Oh my god! This is kind of amazing. I didn't think I'd be doing this. Hello there, Crypto. Hello there, Quincy. Welcome to the stream. This is wild. So, Okay, I can only rotate the pieces. I can't look at the actual... There it is. Like the bottom. This is pretty cool, though. It looks like this is the thing. Oh, it rotates for me. Like, this is the part you need to focus on. This is awesome. No. This game's going in all sorts of different directions. Rats. I was too hasty. I suppose I can brute force it if I really can't figure out how to put a puzzle together. Done. Oh, whoops. Again, I was too hasty. There it is. What? What? I don't think so. Oh, alright. What? No, I meant up there. Maybe it's this time. There we go. Can't get that curve to work. And it's just gonna... Yeah. Is it somehow this piece? Alright. Hooray! Damn, this game's going in a whole new direction now. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. Alright, the problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Pieces missing. Hey look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Oh. Oh no, I'm just seeing through it. That's kind of cool that I can, though. But alright. Oh god, fuck, I found Detective Gum Glue. You're killing me, Smalls. But, alright. More looking. So I can look at 2 and 4 again. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are 2 things that bother me. 1, why are some of the pieces missing? 2, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Someone left a glove here, but only 1. Which also says SL9. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? Yeah. Extremely thin rubber glove. What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room? That's ridiculous. Okay, the conspicuously open locker. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprints. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Is that it? Oh, okay. More evidence to find. Oh yeah, and the glove. SL911, I guess there's another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, sag. Sag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? What the hell? Alright. Time to look for more blood. Yeah, that one's gonna be obvious. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours. Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. and the freaking detective is saying this. What? But you're a detective. Oof. Around the locker itself? No, actually. Oh, hello. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman is an alien. Was actually an alien! Hey! This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Okay, anything else? I think we're good. Alright, I'm out of here. Anything else? I do want to try this out. Nope, I guess I might be missing something. Yeah, this ain't happening. I might be missing something. Maybe more talking. Let's find out. Oh, right. I gotta back out. I have to do this from the underground parking lot, I think. Oh no, the guard station. Maybe I need more talking with Gumshoe. Nope. Is there anything else to look at? Yeah, I thought I covered everything, but did I not? Oh, whoops. It's still weird pressing L to go right. It doesn't look like there's anything else here. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot to do the thing the game explicitly told me to do. The ID stuff, because this guy has an ID card. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Okay, that's important. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. This restaurant thing. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, what a guy. Now I'm off, pal. Later. Hooray. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say. Okay, now I'll do the thing. Sorry. Done. Oh, hey. Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. That was it? Just a quick cameo? Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Mr. Class. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me, somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Oh, no. Hello there, Isabel. Welcome to the stream. How goes it? So, there's my man. So, guess we'll chat it up. Inquiry Committee. So, how did the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say this so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I have done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Yeah. But alright, we, chatted him up, so now we have the elephant in the room here. ID. Oh, right, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gantz, no less. The Chief of Police? I really hope Gant's not guilty, because that's going to be like every major authority figure is just setting up Edgeworth for failure. And then there's AI-16. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this bag here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Okay, that's really weird. A screwdriver. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Alright. Anything else? And by the way, when I finish all this investigation stuff, when we get it to be continued, I'm gonna end the stream. So I'm gonna go a little bit longer than usual, but that's alright. Now let's go through our usual suspects. I know you've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. I guess I could just talk. Okay, allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Nicely done, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Oh, so that's my hint to just go back? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Wrong, but okay. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Alright, so yeah, there's our big hint to get out of here. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood in the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Yeah, but I mean, there are two prints, though, right? Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. No kidding. A finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance, really. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Yeah, I mean, come on. Come on. By the way, one thing that's pretty cool is a guide that I'm using says that this is the part where you would, like, you would point at the screen with your stylus or whatever, but blow into the DS mic to blow the powder away once you've dabbed, which is awesome. So I don't know if a thumb counts as, like, a finger for this. I'm going to hazard the index finger, but I might be making a fool of myself. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. You know, it'd be awesome if I could connect the microphone to the PS4 controller and do that. That'd be amazing. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the X button. Yeah. Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the triangle. Yeah, exciting, I know. Yeah. Okay. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. Well, not really, because I'm using a controller. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. I guess I have to pour more powder before I blow away. That's how we do it. That's clever. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means, whoops, I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? We're looking at the locker door again closely. A little smudge on the lower left. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find the clear print. Huh. Fingerprints outside the blood. This is pretty clever. So many mechanics. Hey! Am I not done? Do I need to get a really full thing going on here? Yeah! Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling! Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Oh boy, alright. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? Well, I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints will be most likely found in this editor's locker? Oh, Gumshoe. Yeah. This is awesome. Yay! This is freaking sweet. This game got way more advanced than the last case. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. Well, I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yeah, just move on. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? There go our eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit! Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Yeah, so like... Oh? Yeah, they're... Okay, yeah, just over here, I guess. This game's getting wild, man. I'm a forensic detective. Huh. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. I hope that wasn't the same one. I should really go in some kind of order. Oh, hello. Very bottom, I guess. Give me a break. What am I missing? And the far... Oh, I see the little smudging. Alright, fine. Hooray! Easy every time. Okay. It's not Gaz. Nope. Yup. This case is getting intense. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is this someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? My God. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. Oh my goodness. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. The drama. Oh, theirs are to be continued. Damn, the plot thickens. Would you look at that? Well, I'm certainly going to save. Boom, yes, please, thank you. Okay, there we go. So we have more trial coming up the next day. This is certainly getting intense. But this is where I'm going to stop for now. So thank you very much for joining the stream, and have a wonderful night.